Camaro made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, Kamara. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
Watson's pass complete to Christian Kirk. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Alert! SOS.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Brown 80. 58. Come on. Let's go, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Here we go.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Black 15.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. White, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to float this. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Lions 3. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Kamara. 7 yards there and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Mike, set. 19. Come on, no, come on, no. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run. This is Kamara. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
I'm gonna lose one. Tight end right. Tight end right. You got 3.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Kamara. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Bucs' 41-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Easy.
From the gun, Rivers. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, you can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second and 11 now. Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Demario Davis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following two negative plays. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The final shot before the break. Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On play action, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he finds Stills, complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and a yard, Rivers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? To throw is Watson. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, got a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They run with Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. Back now at Ford Field. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing Rivers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Watson. Buying time to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's got a 1st down past the 30, and he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he brings us up to the 46. Good enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
24! 54! Rush in!
Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Rivers. He finds Corey Davis. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And some space here. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 2nd down, Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good from 51 And the Lions are going to win this game.